Aditi Chauhan, Bala Devi, Dangmei Grace and Manisha Kalyan. These are the 4 Indian women professional footballers who ended up getting a professional contract outside of India. This number is 4 more than the number of men playing outside India. My motive here is not to compare men's football to women's football or vice versa. I just want to show you the immense potential that women's football has in India. Manisha Kalyan even became the first Indian born to score in a UEFA Champions League game. Yet, at the grassroots level, the scenario remains the same. Of the 300 plus players who lined up for last year's Indian Women's League, only 20 of them could make a sizable living out of it. All India Football Federation's announcement of a minimum wage of 3.2 lakhs per season to every footballer was a relief for all players. But this is just the start. You must be wondering why I started the episode by giving you facts and figures about Indian women's football. Because guys, in today's episode of Beyond the Whistle, we have a theme. Our theme is Indian women's football. And we have an announcement to make. FC Noida have started a special exclusive girls development program where we will be training girls in a separate batch on all our centers. To get a sneak peek into FC Noida's girls development program, we will be speaking to the head coach of the girls team. So guys, now here with us is Bhumika Mam, who is the club's first coach for the girls development program. Hi Bhumika Mam, how are you?
Hello sir, I'm good.
So ma'am, I have some questions for you regarding the girls development program. First of all, being on a personal note for you, how does it feel to be the first coach for our first girls team?
Well, I don't know how to say in words, but yeah, this is really great to be the first coach managing FC Noida's girls team. So yeah, I'm feeling very great. And of course, I appreciate that FC Noida initiate this step, which is important and also needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ma'am, my next question would be, what are the challenges that you're facing with the girls right now because they're fairly new to the sport, and how are you overcoming those challenges?
Well, the challenges are that right now they are very new to the sports and of course to the football. So I'm trying to get them familiar with the football. So this is the kind of challenge, and also I'm right now working on their football actions as also phase of player development. That is communication, decision making and execution, which is important for the football.
Okay. And ma'am, my last and final question for you, as a perspective, as a football player yourself, how important it is that FC Noida is taking this step? How important is it that other clubs should also take this step and should have a different girls team and a special girls development program?
Well, if girls or any player is playing, so they are ultimately playing for the tournaments and match exposure. So yeah, I believe, and this is also fact that if players are enrolling them for the tournament, so this is kind of a new exposure for them, and training together and also training to get teamwork. This is very important. So I think to have a separate girls team is really important for all the clubs, because ultimately they are going for the tournament after all. And also there is another reason, that the disparities performance of men and women in football basically.
And that's right. Sure. Thank you so much, Bhumika ma'am. That would be it. Thank you so much for your answers.
Thank you so much, Anis.
Thank you. So that was Bhumika ma'am. She will be the club's first coach to manage the girls development program. There is something really interesting about the timing and theme of this episode. Yes, we have another announcement for you. The club will be turning 4 years old on the 7th of October 2023. It's been a beautiful journey for FC Noida. In the build-up to the Foundation Day, the club will be celebrating a Foundation Week from the 1st of October to the 7th of October. And the theme for this year's Foundation Week is Indian Women's Football. In the second half of the video, now we'll be having a word with the founder of the club, Mr. Shantanu Singh Yadav, and we'll discuss with him how important it is to invest in women's football and how the entire ecosystem is evolving.
Hi, so it was about time that FC Noida started its own girls program, and we take our 4th Foundation Day as the perfect opportunity to kickstart things. And as we told that we have dedicated this year's Foundation Week theme to developing girls football. So that's why we're finally going for it, and at all our centers we are going with the girls program. So with the objective of broad-basing the sport at the grassroots level, we want to initiate an engagement program in collaboration with our foundation arm, Medha Foundation, where we are introducing the sport to girls in the age of 6 and above till the age of say 12, and we are planning to collaborate with local schools, and we plan to introduce the sport on a year-long program, and where we'll be scouting, we'll be training them, we'll be scouting them, and have a squad where we give 100% scholarships to the girls, so that they can excel in the future in their local circles, and of course through our platform of FC Noida. Right, so as we can see, there's a lot of momentum in the Indian football ecosystem with respect to women's football, and we are seeing players like Bala Devi playing for Rangers. We are seeing Manisha Kalyan scoring in the UEFA Champions League for women's football. So I think that's a very big milestone, I believe, and I think there are no lack of role models left. And I mean, Indian football is just supposed to go up and up now, and in order to support that, I believe that the local clubs need to do their bit, where they introduce the sport at the grassroots level, so that there is, by the time they turn 18, they have professional opportunities, career opportunities in the sport. So I believe the time is really good, and that's what we are planning to do. And with respect to career opportunities, I mean, there are examples, and then we also have your student athlete programs, where you can consider it as a plan B, where the girls can, if they don't make it as a professional, they can at least get their education covered. And then the recent decision by AIFF, where the Indian Women League clubs are supposed to pay their players in the league, and it has to be a minimum salary of say 3.25 lakhs per annum. So I think that's a decent start, and I believe as we get more corporate interest in the sport, the number will definitely go up. So yeah, I think we are doing really well. But yeah, at the local level, there needs to be a lot of effort. You need to bridge that gap where the talent supply doesn't stop. So I believe that's where we come in, and it's a good start, I believe.
So guys, that was it for today's special video based on Indian women's football, where we talked to Bhumika Mam and Shantanu sir on how FC Noida is developing women's football in the region. Guys, keep tuning in to our social media handles on Instagram and YouTube, as the club will be celebrating the Foundation Week from the 1st to 7th October. As mentioned earlier, the theme for this Foundation Week is women's football. So a lot of content on women's football will be posted on our handles. Keep tuning in and like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you.